Gyuki. Saint J. Garcia Saturn wields the terrifying power of a mythical Zoan-type devil fruit known as the Gyuki, the Ox Ogre. This power allows him to transform into a monstrous fusion of bull and spider, as well as a towering human-beast hybrid. Saturn's transformation is marked by a dark purple flame-like aura that coils around his shoulders. In his hybrid form, he becomes an enormous figure, large enough to crush Jewelry Body in one hand and dwarf even Bartholomew Kuma, and pierced Kuma's steel body with his sharp, spear-like legs, which radiate a sinister purple glow. These limbs excrete corrosive venom capable of melting through nearly anything, and his monstrous physiology even allows him to spin his body at blinding speed to hover like a helicopter. He can also spit explosive venom orbs that detonate on impact, spreading chaos across the battlefield. In both form, Saturn can project invisible, crushing force while standing still. With a mere glare, his glowing eyes unleash an unseen telekinetic-like energy that can paralyze, slam, or even wound his targets. Yet, despite his might, Luffy in his Gear 5 form was able to defy Saturn's attack. Sandworm. Saint Shepherd Jupiter wields the terrifying power of the mythical Zoan-type Sandworm Devil Fruit, a monstrous ability that transforms him into a gigantic desert beast. When he activates this power, dark flames-like smoke coils around his head and torso, a mark of his awakened state. In battle, Peter becomes a living force of nature, shrugging off direct fire blasts from Sabo as if they were nothing. Yet his true terror lies in his powerful vacuum breath, a devastating ability that can encompass an entire island and its surroundings with such force that even giants could not escape from it. Peter can also regurgitate everything he has devoured, spewing it skyward and slamming it back down to the ground with devastating impact. His sandworm physiology grants him mastery of the earth itself. He can burrow through the ground at incredible speed, emerging without warning beneath unsuspecting foes, with jaws strong enough to crush the iron giant's metal body. Bakutsu. Saint Ethanbear V. Noshijiro commands the power of the mythical Zoan-type Bakutsu Devil Fruit, a chilling ability that allows him to transform into a skeletal horse of legend that mirrors a centaur from the underworld. On the battlefield, Noshijiro is a blur of death and speed, his movements so fast that even Marines can barely register his presence. In one terrifying display, he sprinted around the entire perimeter of Egghead Island's shores, cutting down half the Pacifista army before anyone could react. His hind legs deliver crushing kicks, powerful enough to repel charging giants, while his blade, imbued with the icy essence of his devil fruit, freezes everything it touches. Saint Marcus Mars wields the terrifying power of the mythical Zoan-type Devil Fruit, granting him the ability to become a monstrous serpent-bodied bird with a human-like face twisted into a predator's grin. His body, feathered in black and gold, moves with impossible grace and speed, a living storm soaring over the battlefield. In full beast form, he can fly with his enormous wing through the skies of Egghead Island, piercing the Frontier Dome's defenses in seconds while shrugging off volleys of laser fire as if they were dust. From his fanged mouth, Mars unleashes devastating energy beams capable of obliterating metal fortresses and igniting flames so intense they can scorch giants. Fengxi. Saint Topma Warcury commands the overwhelming power of the mythical Zoan-type Fengxi Devil Fruit, a terrifying transformation that turns him into a colossal, four-tusked boar demon, so massive that his body dwarfs even a giant's ship. In battle, his roars, infused with the strong force of Supreme King Haki, ripple through the battlefield like thunder, capable of paralyzing weaker foes with pure intimidation alone. Despite his enormous build, he moves with shocking agility, flipping through the air to bring his bladed tusks crashing down upon his enemies. But his most terrifying weapon is his indestructible body. And when Luffy struck him with a red rock, the impact hurt Luffy's own hand rather than the Elder.
This feat is staggering, as that same attack once broke through Kaido's legendary defense. The only thing that has been able to harm Warcury so far is the attack from the Iron Giant.